I'm Chet Ubetcha from the National Nightly News at 9, here with breaking news. The Berlin Wall has just fallen. Before we go to the scene, we give you an exclusive look at the history behind the Berlin Wall.
Hi, I'm Phoebe Pava reporting to you live from the NNNN, and this is the history behind the history of the Berlin Wall. In light of the recent downfall of the wall, we thought it'd be best to provide some background info. When the Cold War started in the mid-1940s, thousands of Germans were fleeing from the communist East Germany to the democratic West Berlin. On August 13, 1961, the ironically named Communist government of the German Democratic Republic moved to put a stop to it by constructing the Berlin Wall out of barbed wire and concrete. The wall divided Berlin and its people into two. Although the Berlin Wall was supposedly built to keep Western fascists out of East Germany and to prevent any undermining of the socialist state, it really stood to trap people on its two sides. Before, people could easily and freely cross the border between East and West Berlin. With the wall there, it was nearly impossible. The Berlin Wall negatively affected the public on both its sides and even proved fatal for some. Its existence has become an iconic symbol of the ongoing Cold War. Hi, this is Phoebe Pava reporting for the NNNN on the east side of the Berlin Wall with Wilma Muller. Wilma, how has this wall affected you?
I was at my mother's house that night at a warehouse. Just went up out of nowhere. I was with my mom and my husband's on the other side, and I just wanted to meet him in that day, but I couldn't do that. Now he's free, and I'm here on the communist side. It's just so hard.
Well, clearly, you can see how badly the wall has affected people here on the east side. I'll see you next on the west side of the Berlin Wall. And we're back on the west democratic side of the Berlin Wall with Wilma Muller's husband, Wolfgang. How has this wall affected you?
Well, my wife is on the other side of the wall, and it's been kind of hard on me. I'm kind of lucky that I got caught on the Democratic side. I hear that they're not really getting much food over there, and it's probably really hard for them. But I hope to see her soon. I hope that the wall gets knocked down, and hope that there's no longer communists around in the world.
Thank you. That was surprisingly pleasant. Back to you, Chet Ubetcha.
Hello, this is the National Nightly News at 9, and if you're just tuning in, tonight we have the breaking news of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Before we show this news, however, we will show you an interview with the President of the United States, our President, John F. Kennedy. 2,000 years ago, the proudest boast was Civis Romanus Sum. Today, in the world of freedom, the proudest boast is Ich bin ein Berliner. I appreciate my interpreter translating my German. Well, it seems as it was quite apparent to the Berliners watching that day that President John F. Kennedy had not called himself a Berliner. He instead called himself a jelly donut. Yes, we're serious. He did indeed call himself a jelly donut.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Sound check. Can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very sorry that you had to see that disturbing image. We're getting reports in that woman had just crossed the death strip, the area between the east concrete wall of the Berlin Wall and the west concrete wall of the Berlin Wall, filled with nail beds, guard towers, and anti-tank mines. She had crossed to get over to the free side of the Berlin Wall, but has since passed away from a gunshot wound. Hello, and welcome to the NNNN Sports Center, your center for sports. I'm Chet Ubecha, and today we'll be talking about the Olympics, or really, lack thereof, as the Olympics are under a boycott right now, led by the USA and supported by many other countries. This is mostly in response to the Russians' invasion of Afghanistan, but we can infer that this is also because of a number of other things, such as the Berlin blockade, the Berlin Wall, and really just the Cold War in general. Tensions are high with the Soviets, and we don't know what will come of this. But for right now, we have an exclusive interview with one of the USA athletes who's been training so hard for the 1980 Summer Olympics. Let's go to that.
Hi, we're here at the Las Vegas Training Center in Nevada, USA, with one of our Olympic athletes who's a bit disappointed because of the Olympic boycott in Russia. How do you feel about this?
I feel that it was really unnecessary and that it shouldn't have happened. I mean, I do understand that the Russians invaded Afghanistan, but I mean, I've been training 4 years for this, and I don't think that this is really okay. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Do you know why we had this boycott?
All I know is that the Russians invaded Afghanistan, and the U.S. was leading the boycott. That was because they felt that the Russians, if enough people boycotted, maybe the Russians would stop. And I guess they're just fed up with all the Russians have had to do.
Nice.
Thank you, Phoebe, with that interview. I can't believe the Olympics won't be going on. This war has certainly caused a cold front of problems for everyone. But now what you have all been waiting for. Here is the actual destruction of the Berlin Wall. And as this monumental day comes to a close, with the Berlin Wall now fallen, all of us here at NNNN headquarters wish you and your families a very nice night. I'm Chet Ubecha. Stay classy, San Diego. Good night. Hey, Jack! Why did the Berlin Wall fall? Because it wanted to go down in history! I'm so funny.